Hello everybody, it's Digital Duke and welcome back to my channel. Today we finally have Custom Card Tournament 11! It has been a couple months in the working, and reason why is we've had quite a bit of delays on this because not enough participation, but we finally had got a system in mind, so even if we had a lower amount of people, we could still do it. Now, with this in mind, I am doing a new style of tournament things, of tournament commentating, basically, if you will. So you see, I apparently my Twitch was for some reason acting up, and I couldn't really stream well to it. So I just decided to go over the highlights, if you will, of the 11. So we have it was a short, small tourney. It had 5 rounds preliminary, and then the finals. The two people with the highest score got finals, and then they faced off for the championship. And there were about all the duels were interesting. There was only two that I think are noteworthy here, and so we have the round one duel between myself and Signet Gaming, as you can see here, and then we have I won't say the last one, but we have this is the first duel. This is the first duel. It's round one. So round one, first duel that in the entire tournament was this one. Without further ado, let's get into it, and I'll talk about the cards as like they're played because obviously no one's really going to understand what the decks do and what they're supposed to do at like a super like first glance. So I'll talk through the decks and their strategies as we go, and also I do have a plan to go over all of our server decks in more detail and show you basically their playstyle, what their main goal is, how they fare, and stuff like that. So yeah, but look forward to that. But we're talking about custom card tournament number 11 right now. So without further ado, let's begin. So first, we're gonna start off, and this is a interesting start here. My hand was arguably it was okay. I'm playing the deck that is basically rank 11. I made custom level 11 monsters, and they go with level 11 monsters. And yeah, I just thought level 11 was a very, very underused level, and so I did, in fact, choose level 11 as my deck. And so we have a bunch of stuff that revolves around the Banish Zone. And then, like, Macros Cosmos is also a great thing in this deck, which, by the way, we do have our own server ban list, and Macros is still at 1 there. So it's not like it's at 3. I legitimately drew the 1 of. And so first we're going to start off by setting Macros, and then we're going to activate Orbital Sniper. I can discard a card and then special summon it, and then I am going to activate the effective Sky Buster Glider. Since I summoned a level 11 monster, I can special summon it in defense mode. And then I'm going to overlay these for a Forbidden Number 88 Spectral Caster. On our server, we have our own numbers, and we call them the Forbidden Numbers. Basically, all of them on DB right now are from us, except for a couple. So, like, I'll talk about like our number list in its own video because they're interesting to say the very least. And the reason why I'm starting to talk about all this a lot more is just to kind of like show people like, okay, so this is like our format. You can, if you think this is too good, then you can tone it down a bit. But if you think it is like, for some reason, I don't know why, because our format's really powerful. If you think it is too not broken enough, then you can up the power level. But Spectral Caster can summon a level 11 defense mode, so we summon Jet Scream Sty Falcon, and then we discard Bullet Hell Chase, special summon Full Arm Commando, and then we go to end phase, and then Full Arm Commando gets banished. Full Arm Commando has a banish effect, but that's going to happen later on. So we're going to flip this Macros Cosmos after she summons her Crystal Warrior Ketsana. You see, the Crystal Warrior / Crystal Dragon archetype is basically a Link-based archetype that uses warriors and dragons, and yeah, it sounds like Dragon Link, which is what it takes inspiration from, but it's not like directly Dragon Link per se. So she's going to activate Reunion. That's going to allow her to get another normal summon. She's going to normal summon Otaki. Otaki is going to add one and then add Waiteria, and then Waiteria is a special summon if you control Crystal Warrior and she's a tuner. So we're going to link that away for link 1 into Crystal Warrior Melee of the White Abyss. Melee of the White Abyss special summons one from hand when link summoned. So she summons Zenith, and Zenith in all intents and purposes is the combo starter. Zenith has a Crystal Dragon or Crystal Warrior card from deck to hand, and then Eternum or Eternimum. So I always say if we make a joke, Eternum Minimum. Eternum Minimum can special summon if you control Crystal Dragon, aka Zenith, and then once per turn, when it's normal special summon, target a Dragon type monster you control, special Dragon type monster from the deck, same attribute. And don't worry, they get locked into Crystal Warriors and Crystal Dragons during the combo. So we're gonna overlay these two into Orsertree, I think is how you pronounce it, Orsertree. And this is the negate. And then we're gonna overlay that link monster for Angira, and Angira is a link summon, a XZ summon by using a link monster as material. And then we're going to use those, summon Tresky, and then this one is a kind of a Crystal Dragon support card. So battle phase is initiated, and Jira is going to attack that Jetstream Sky Falcon. It gets banished because Macros Cosmos, but Jetstream Sky Falcon is one of the only ones to where you don't really want it banished. You want it in the graveyard. So yeah. So we wonder. I wonder about like who attacked, because like she can't really get over the Spectral Caster unless like, she attacked with the Angira that she didn't think it through apparently. So main phase 2, she activates Monster Reborn to summon my own Orbital Sniper, and then passes. So my turn, I draw Full Arm Commando. So I activate Full Arm Commando. I can shuffle her into the deck if she's banished and summon one level 11 monster from my deck. And I choose Anti-Personal Shadowstalker. Now keep in mind, this card is actually broken for some reason. I don't understand why, but this for some reason has another card in the deck's text, and I know I fixed it beforehand, and for some reason it's not fixed. So yeah, she's gonna activate to the summon of that. She's gonna activate Angira. And then she realizes she can't. So we're gonna enter the battle phase, and we're gonna attack. We're gonna pass. And the reason why I switched Spectral Caster, because I was debating whether to attack this, but I realized that it has a protection effect. But I neglected to remember that it's only for card effects. But this thing in the graveyard, the melee, is actually a battle protection. So I would be sacrificing my own caster in order to do nothing. So she adds the ritual monster, and this one, let's face it, this one's probably getting banned on the next list because of the attack points and the levels and the stars alone and the summoning conditions. So yeah, she's gonna go battle attack with that. I take a hefty 2k, and then I'm gonna take 400 more. Draw phase, standby phase, main phase. Gonna activate Full Arm Commando, discard Slicer of Red, negates. That's game 1. And so we're going to go to game 2 here. Current score is 1-0 favor sign a game. So I choose to go first here. And yeah, I brick. I can't do anything here really. I brick. So at normal summon Zenith, the turn a minimum. Turn a minimum is effect to get a special summon that, and then copy the Zenith attribute, summon that. Summon the Xantry, activate Reunion. Reunion gets extra normal summon. Normal summon Jaquila, and then use those. Summon Tresky. Tresky effect. Special summon from deck of Zenith. Special Whiteria from hand. Link those off into a Jiushi. And then Jiyoshi is like part of a co-link strategy of the deck that it is going on. It can extra link if it wants to. So off of the Whiteria, since it was sent to the graveyard, it's link material. It can add a Crystal Warrior, so it has Nelly the Swordbreaker. And then Nelly the Swordbreaker can special summon to control 2 or more. And then once per turn, add 1 Crystal Dragon from deck to hand, then discard a card. But she realizes she doesn't have targets. And also, she can't activate the fusion card either. Because she's got no dragon, so she can't summon her fusion. So attack, 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 attack. I activate Aerial Assassin on the last attack. Just so like I can prevent taking like all the damage, and then I draw, and then it was Skybuster Glider, and yeah, that was a game. That was the game. That was round one. First dual whole tournament. Ended up 2-0ing because first one is just because I didn't draw the greatest of hands, and then the second one was because I bricked a lot. Um, so now the next and final duel I have to show for you of this tournament is actually the finals, and funny enough, it's a rematch. So basically, what happened is that she ended up going 3-0. I ended up going 2-1, and 2-1 was enough for me to get into the finals. It was barely enough, but I did. So yeah, we're just gonna like have a rematch apparently. And I thought this was funny because legitimately our duel was the first of the whole tournament, and then we get a rematch as the final duel. So this duel, okay, so wins the die rule again, but okay. We win the die rule, so we go first. And I was like, I hope I don't really get brick, and I don't. So we're gonna activate Orbital Sniper, send the discard Skybuster Glider, summon it. The Skybuster Glider summon itself. Then I'm gonna special summon Slicer of Red. I'm gonna special summon with her effect. I'm gonna summon Skybuster Glider from the graveyard. And then I'm going to overlay for those two for a Spectral Caster. Going to activate Spectral Caster, to which it will get negated by her hand trap. And then we're going to overlay these two for a Buster Bomber. Then going to activate Buster Bomber, detach one, banish one to blow up the field. This Slicer of Red is important. It's a very important card in this situation because you see during the opponent's turn, it can shovel it back and special summon a level 11 monster from the deck. But it's only on the opponent's turn, so she's gonna go Nelly, and then keep going a little bit here. Gonna keep Link summoning. We're gonna get Mary. Then Mary adds the fusion spell from deck to hand, and we're gonna keep linking off even more. We're gonna summon out the Docini, and then we're gonna activate the Teeny effect, and then summon these two back. Summon the Mary off the Docini, the Gyushi off of its own effect. Then we're gonna link those two off in for a Queen Kikori. And then this effect summons the Mary back from the graveyard. It's come back twice now. And then let's see. Yeah, so also she summons one from my graveyard as well. And then we're going to overlay for a Angira, and then we're going to link these two up for the boss monster, Tanila, who's a Link 8, by the way. This is a Link 8. Link 8. Gains 4,000 attack because the highest Link rating it was that was used for the Link summon was 4, so it gains 4,000. An attack here, gonna not actually activate its burn effect. So that's interesting. And the Angira is going to special summon, and then apparently she forgot that you can't attack directly turn you use it, and also you can't summon during the turn you activate Angira. So instead, we're going to activate a Slicer of Red summoning the Iron Hull Berserker, and then we're going to activate Iron Hull, banish an Orbital Sniper, and then it can increase attack by 1,000, and then we're going to special Slicer of Red and activate Slicer of Red. She activates Backlash, which is a negate shuffle. And then we're going to activate Orbital Sniper. We're going to banish the Tanila, which it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, but it gosh dang can be banished. Then the Berserker is going to attack. The Berserker effect, when it deals battle damage, banishes a level 11 from deck. Can't activate effects the rest of the turn. So we're going to banish a Glider. She's going to normal summon Achilles, set the crystal, set the fusion, activate Achilles, destroy the fusion, summon Wyteria, and then link all of them off for a Velkhana. The Link 6, this is basically the Arrival Cyberse at Ignister, but it can special summon from the graveyard and send my stuff to the graveyard as well. So battle phase, we're going to activate Buster Glider, going to banish from a deck a full arm commando, and then we're going to take all the damage. You're going to take 61. We're at 900 here. Things are looking really bad. So we're going to activate full arm commando. We're going to summon from the deck an Ironhull Berserker. Then we're going to activate Wolf Court Vanguard. This is insurance. Because this is a spell or trap negate while banished. And then Ironhull Berserker is going to banish a Skybuster Glider, and we're going to hit over the Velkhana, which you can do since it can be destroyed by battle. And then since Ironhull Berserker did damage, banishes Scarlet Pursuer from the deck. We can't activate card effects, same name for the rest of the turn. So she's going to activate the Reboard, only to realize that we have the negate. It doesn't get the summon, and then I'm going to activate Buster Glider on end phase to cycle off Slicer of Red, and then Slicer of Red to cycle back a Neo Silent Balance type. And then we're going to activate Scarlet Pursuer to summon out Full Arm Commando, and then we're going to activate Dim Fizz. So then we're going to overlay. Actually, wait, what? Oh yeah, we're going to Synchro Summon. So you see, this thing can be special summoned by sending a level 11 tuner and non-tuner. Full Arm Commando is, in fact, a tuner. So, it's going to activate its effects, banish one from graveyard, it gains 1100, so it's 4k, and then Ironhull Berserker, it's going to become 5k now, and we're going to enter battle, attack. She protects it with the graveyard effect of Awakening the Crystal Dragons. We attack then with the Mobile Fortress Skimmer, activate the effect of Ironhull Berserker since damage, and then we're going to banish Slicer of Red, in which case she concedes since her draw wasn't enough. So, game 2, and she elects to go first, as one would do. So hand is... This is an interesting hand. She got a really interesting hand, too. So normal summoning Ketsana. Add Crystal Warrior Training Shrine of the Dragon Balance. Dragonic Balance. And when activated, adds one Crystal Warrior from deck to hand. And that's a once per duel. So add Whiteria. Special Whiteria. And then set one. We're going to special summon Nelly. Nelly effect. Discard. Search Zenith. And then normal summon Zenith. Add a tournament minimum. And then... Oh, by the way, before anybody asks, Nelly gets an additional normal summon for a Crystal Dragon the turn you activate the effect. So before the comments say, like, okay, how does she normal summon the Zenith? It's off of this. This gets an extra normal summon for a Crystal Dragon. So we're going to activate a couple things here. I'm going to summon out the Okataki, and then the Zenith is going to add the Kiza, I believe. Yeah, Kiza. And then the Otaki adds Awakening, and then I'm going to special summon the Eternal Minimum, then Zantri, and then we're going to overlay for the Oris Tree, or Sea Tree, and then we're going to link off for a Mary, and then trigger Dragonic Balance to summon these two back, and then add Fusion. And then we're going to then link those two off for a copy of Tonishiri, which adds a Crystal Dragon and a Crystal Warrior spell from deck to hand. And I am going to also, it allows the opponent to discard up to 2 cards, draw the same amount. I like to cycle for 1. And I drew Slicer of Red, so we made the good decision there. So to overlay for a Angira, activate Awakening, summon Nelly. Then we're going to link off all 3 of those. We're going to summon Docini, and then Docini effect, chain Jiushi, summon Melly. Then we're going to link off again for Velkhana, and then we're going to Fusion after placing the counters. And then we're going to summon Melian. A Melian is a monster negate, but it's not a quick effect. So, main one. We're going to activate Unlimited Gunworks. She neglects to negate. This is where I think that she has the backlash. So when it's destroyed, when Unlimited Gunworks is destroyed, I could banish the level 11 for the deck, and I choose to then activate Orbital Sniper, targeting the set. It was, in fact, backlash. And I go into like a thing here of like it's always glued to your hand, isn't it? So we're gonna summon 3 off of the bullet health chase. Now, if any of those 3 are on the field during the end phase, we take 1100 for each, and we can't summon anything except Exceed monsters from the extra deck. So Slicer of Red is going to come out here, the one that's not negated. We're going to summon off the anti-personal Shadowstalker. We're going to overlay for a Buster Glider. We're going to detach 2, increase by 2000. She neglects to negate. She elects to negate, and then we're going to overlay for 3 for Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Leap. Hard summoning Leap, everybody. I never thought I'd see the day. 6k, 3 attacks. This was enough for game, but she decided to protect it anyway. But it wasn't enough. We won. We barely won, but we won. We come from a 2-0 loss to a 2-0 win. And yeah, so Thomas the Tank Engine, everybody. Thomas the Rail Cannon. Thomas the Tank Cannon won us this game. Barely. But it did. So yeah, that was the basically everything that happened in the tournament that was noteworthy. This way, by the way, this style of dueling, I actually can cover other people's duels, not just my own. So yeah, I really am liking this style of duel. So yeah, this is going to be it for now because I've got a couple of other videos that I would like to record. I'm going to obviously record that in the morning because right now it's kind of getting late at night, and so I need to get some sleep. But look forward to more videos in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching. We're getting subscribers pretty fast here, and I just wanted to say, every single one of you, you mean the world to me. I want to say thank you so much for the support on this channel, this basically passion project, if you will, that is my channel. Thank you all for giving it consideration, and thank you for watching my stuff. And if you like it, hey, I thank you. That makes me feel good that you like to watch my content. Um, so yeah, over and all, I'll stop being sappy. Thank you guys so much for watching again. This is Diddle Duke, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.